Alright.
So I got a job over there in this place, and it was one of the best jobs in that part of Texas. But it wasn't enough for me, so I was thinking about moving to California. Well, that was me, but your grandmother, she didn't want to come. So what I said, I came one time by myself, maybe 1963, and I was looking for a friend, but I didn't find. So somehow I got homesick, and I went back to Texas. So I just spent another year after. So finally I said to your grandmother, says, okay, we're going to go back to Aurora.
Mm-hmm.
Because right in that town or that area, it wasn't good enough.
You didn't want to be in Texas.
No, I didn't want to be there.
Fair enough. I don't think anybody wants to be there.
And then what I said, okay, we go back to Aurora, but first let's take like a vacation.
Okay.
And we go to California and go around. If we don't find nothing, we could go back to Aurora.
Right.
So I went and buy me another car with air condition, a big car, which I never had that one like that.
Right.
Especially with air condition. So we packed everything we had and drove all the way here.
So you went through what? New Mexico, Arizona, California?
Yeah, we crossed all those states.
The 10? Take the 10?
Well, I don't think the 10 was at that time. It was part of them,
Okay.
There
Yeah.
was small roads,
Gotcha.
not like the 10, no.
Okay.
So
So you drive it out to California.
and we drove all the way here,
Took her to the ocean and said, hey, look.
We got here, I don't know, that was a Saturday, that I remember. Saturday, and we had a phone number for these people that we used to know in Aurora, but they were from the same town as your grandmother. So we call them up, and they give us direction to go to their place, which was Penmar Apartments.
Wow.
So we got over there and we stayed there. We got there about 11 o'clock at night. So we stayed there that night. The next day I went to look for this friend in Oxnard,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow I found him, luckily. So, we haven't seen each other for a while.
Okay. How do you find people in the 60s with no cell phones?
Well, you had the address. I don't know if we had a phone. I don't know if we had a phone number or not. I can't remember that.
Okay.
Anyway, I had the address, so I probably
Just went over?
just went over there
Okay.
and find the street and everything. So at that time, we stayed there that night. And, they want me to stay over there and look for a job over there
In Oxnard?
in Oxnard. But then again, I don't like small towns. And besides, I had an address from some places that I was looking in a magazine. They do the same jobs that I did.
Oh, okay.
So, and one was in Santa Monica,
Okay.
so I told my friend, no, I'm going to go and see about this job.
Yeah.
So we came here on a Monday, and I went over there and looked for a job. And luckily, I got it.
There you go.
So that Monday, I started working on Tuesday. So we stayed with this friend for Sunday. No, well, that was Monday. Well, to make it short, by Thursday, I had an apartment in Belmar. So I was all set, and
So within so you went to go look on Monday.
yeah,
On Tuesday you start working.
yeah,
On Thursday you have an apartment?
yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, you know, when you have
I mean, you gotta
trade or
move.
something that you know what to do,
Yeah.
you can go almost any place and find a job, especially if you go to a big city,
That's true.
you know. So that was the beginning of staying here.
Okay.
See, my plan was, if I don't hit it in LA, I go to San Francisco.
Okay.
So that was
But no matter what, no small town.
no,
You're like, nah, I'll do that.
there's no jobs in the small towns.
That's
You
true.
know, especially like Osnar, no industry. It's just
Pickers.
mostly farming up there. So
Yeah.
it's not my line.
Yeah. That's not what you do. I hear you. Okay. That's cool. All right. So now you're living in Panmar. They're living there too?
Eh?
And they're all out here?
Who?
Grandma and my
Yeah,
mom?
we all come together.
Okay.
You know, when we left in 65, we all came.
Okay.
When we got here, then the riots started at that time.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Who was the police chief at the time?
I don't remember.
Oh, what was his name? Cause he was the one that did it. Like, he was the one who when they were doing city planning, and he was like, "No, we got to push all the blacks into here. We got to push all the Mexicans over here. We got to push all the Asians up here." He gridded out the whole city.
You know, I cannot remember now.
Damn, what was his name? I can't remember. It wasn't Garcetti. I mean, it was way before. Oh, dang it. What was it? I can't remember. Anyway, I remember seeing a documentary on it
Yeah,
and them talking about him and like how he was mean as shit.
yeah, well, yeah. They got the power.
Oh, I got a question. Because you might not have... You were not here. Shit. You weren't here. Never
What?
mind. It wouldn't have applied.
Like what?
Well, so in L.A., but see, this would have been late, mid late 40s. So you weren't here.
No, it wasn't.
But you might have heard about it from people that were here because you were about the age of all the guys. Did you ever hear about the Zoot Suit riots?
The what?
The Zoot Suit riots?
Well, I hear about it. Yeah.
Okay. Just,
Well, there was a play that what's his name, almost played the suit or whatever it was.
oh yeah. No, it was just like because it was like right tail end of World War II. They had a Navy base in Long Beach, and because they started to move Navy bases across the coast because they didn't want like another like Pearl Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
So they started just getting all the Navy guys out this way, and apparently in LA, you had all the like Zoot Suits were kind of getting big, and jazz music was kind of getting bit, and blues and whatever was kind of rocking. And so you had all these younger Mexican kids who weren't old enough to go to war. They're all like 15, 16, 17, right? So they can't be drafted, they can't sign up, they can't go to war. So they're here, but now Zoot Suits are kind of in style.
Yeah.
So now you have all these 16, 17-year-olds wearing Zoot Suits, and then you have all these Navy guys that are living in here, right? They're like, because they're stationed here, going, look at all these draft dodgers. These guys should all be at war. Like, they're wearing suits and they're walking around and they're doing stuff. So then you have all these Navy guys beating up kids in LA. And I was like, damn. And it was all mostly Mexicans that were getting beat up.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wonder if you heard about that. Like,
No.
Nah, not too much? Okay. All right. All right, cool. So now, so you're in the 60s, you're in the Penmar apartments.
Yeah, well, after I got my first job, then I started looking for another one.
Right.
So about 6 months later, I found another job. I moved over there, but I'm still here. It's 1956. Yeah, I moved to this other company,
Okay.
and this guy, which was Joe next door, he was the foreman up there. So we got friends, and he told me about his house. So that's about 1959.
So you're working with Joe.
69.
69. So you're working with Joe. Joe lives in that house.
Yeah.
You live over in the Penmar apartments.
Yeah, I was working.
But you guys work together, and he tells you about this house,
Yeah.
and then you moved over here.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Well, we moved over here, and we moved over here in 1970. 69, 70, yeah.
Okay.
And here we're still here.
And you're still here. And you're still here. All right. All right, and here we are. Scariest moment in making the trip from Mexico City to here the first time? What was like you're there and you're just like, this sucks. Like
No, I don't think I was afraid.
Okay.
Sometimes you don't know. So you just, or somehow you survive.
Okay.
One way or another.
Right. You're like, I gotta make it.
No, it's scary. No, not even at the river.
Yeah.
No. It didn't scare me. You're young, and I used to know how to swim.
Right.
So that's an advantage. But no, I wasn't afraid.
Okay. Okay. Worst discriminatory thing that happened to you in Texas?
It happens, when you're a Mexican, you're working with another Mexican descent, let's say, because for some reason they don't like the Mexicans. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I mean, the parents are Mexicans, but the ones that born here,
Don't like Mexicans.
they don't like Mexicans. They always call you names,
Yeah.
And, they don't. I mean, I said not all of them,
Right. Not everybody.
There's some people, some people, like, I would say, I don't know what it was.
It was.
When
Was it
I
like?
was working at this place, I had that feeling.
Did you get discriminated worse by other Mexicans than other races?
No, mostly in Texas, mostly the Mexicans, because
Right. It was the.
because I used to work with these white guys
Right.
in there, and they talked to me, they treated me good, and compared to the Mexicans, I don't know why,
Yeah.
but you get discriminated by whites too, like,
Oh yeah.
especially You know, like when I was in Chicago, some of that people, you know, the Pollacks. And
Oh
those
yeah.
guys, you know.
I forget that like you get outside of here and like white people get broken up into sections. So there's Polish and there's German and there's Irish.
That's the reason that I moved, you know. Well, one of the reasons. Because they don't let you get ahead,
Right.
you know. I was at this place, that happened to me in Texas over there at that place that I was working. You know, there was an opening in the machine shop, which
Mhm.
I knew how to do it. And they didn't give it to me. They gave it to a white guy that they were going to train.
Oh, they didn't know how to do it.
That's right.
Yeah. No.
So, you know, sometimes that's what made me decide to get out of there.
Okay.
So because a small town, I said, no, you go to a bigger town, even like in Aurora, it was discrimination. You go look for an apartment, and they don't rent it to you.
There's only certain
You know?
sections you can live, right?
Yeah.
Only different
So-
certain places.
Sometimes people had to move to Chicago because it was less discrimination in a big city.
Right. Well, because there's more people like you in a big city,
Right.
so you can find somewhere to fit in.
Right?
Okay, I get you. All right, so then you move out here, you're living here. The house didn't look like this. I know that you built the back part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I changed things a little bit.
Okay. And
But
then,
where are you gonna go?
huh?
Where are you gonna go? You know,
from
that's
here?
my place. You know,
Yeah, no, I mean
it
you
can't
could-
beat this weather.
Yeah, that's true. Can't beat the weather. It's a good neighborhood.
Yeah.
It probably got better since you lived here. Did it go okay? So here, this is the cool part. You got to see Venice go through the '60s and '70s and '80s and everything, right?
Yeah.
So like, the '60s in Venice. Is it like suburban white neighborhood or is it like
No, that was mostly blacks
really?
and Mexicans.
Okay.
So then later on, you know, things start changing.
Okay.
You know, the whites start buying, and everybody else start moving away from it.
Right.
Why? Because it costs more.
That's true.
And if you don't have a good job,
You can't afford it, or if you don't own anything,
no.
then you can't afford it.
But you know, Venice was cheap.
Hmm.
You know, that was cheap place. Let's say maybe 30, 40 years ago, you could find a place for maybe. No, wait a minute, because when I bought this house, it wasn't that much, but it used to, I don't know if it's at the same time that I saw a lot of a place up there in Pacific.
Oh, Palisades?
Eh?
The
No, right here in Venice.
Oh, on Pacific, the street.
Yeah. And that place was $15,000.
$15,000?
Yeah. Now you go now. And you know, it wasn't a big lot. It was kind of small, but you know, that's the beach right
It's on
there.
Pacific, yeah. It's $15,000. And that was when?
That was when I bought this house or later on.
So 70?
Eh?
70?
Probably
69?
Late, down the 70s, yeah. You know,
Shit. Wait, time out. What did you pay for this house?
but this house was 25,
$25,000.
right.
$25,000?
Yeah.
Like not 250.
No. No, my payments were, what, about, let's say $150 with insurance
A month?
and taxes and everything.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? This house costs less than my car.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Whatever, that's upsetting. It's like, that's, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but you know, it goes according to what you make.
Yeah,
There
the
was
cost of
another
living.
house.
Yeah.
There was another house. I think it was where Eddie lives.
Eddie. Soto?
No, Eddie Gonzalez.
Oh, over there?
Over here and Wade.
Yeah, down the street.
Yeah. You know, it was a little bigger house. And it was, let's see, this one was 25. That one probably was about 29. But, you know, to get a loan, you got to make so much money.
Right.
So
Well,
I
you
didn't,
have to be able to show that you can pay it back. Right?
yeah, I didn't qualify for that one. But it was good.
Okay. Oh man, you know what?
Se quemó.
No. You ever realize that you're dumb?
The what?
I said, you ever realize that you're dumb, but like way after you've already been dumb?
You should have shut it off.
Hold up.
Did you shut it off or not?
No, not yet. Not yet.
I mean
The oven?
the camera.
Oh. No. I didn't. Hold on. Okay. You're right.